Good to go? Okay, we're joined today by the chair of our board, Steve Old, also our director of basketball. Earlier today I issued a statement to advise that we have been in discussions with the government for some time over the location of our high performance facility. It's well known that Wilkinson's Point was the original chosen location of this facility, and we've run into endless delays with that site. That being the case, I reached out to the Kingston Council after they missed out on the AFL High Performance Centre. I spoke to them about the possibility of entertaining the JackJumpers High Performance Centre in the absence of us having any certainty around Wilkinson's Point. And at that point, they were certainly interested. I was part of their proposal, I guess, in offering a reference to how much our players love living in that community. It is where they all live, reside, go to school and train currently, so it made perfect sense for us to explore that opportunity. We now feel that there's a greenfield site, or not even just one, two sites that could be possible sites for the JackJumpers High Performance Centre. And yesterday I wrote to the government asking to bring this to a head and to announce Kingston as our preferred site and to get this building underway. The basketball landscape's becoming a very competitive landscape globally, and to be able to attract the best talent to Australia, the NBL is doing an amazing job of attracting global talent. And then it's up to us as a club to be able to then attract those players that indicate interest in the NBL to come to Tasmania. It's a beautiful place to live, we know that. We have a winning program, we know that. But we do not have a facility that we can offer both our national and international players, and that absolutely is the highest priority for this club. We can't go around for another 3 seasons without a high performance facility. It is a basic entitlement and requirement for a professional sporting club, and I implore the government to understand that this has become such a major issue for us that we need an announcement ASAP.
What do you hope the timeline looks like then? You hope to hear back from them as soon as possible, and then how soon could you potentially start doing that?
I mean, look, they'll work to their own timelines. However, I have asked them that if we can hear by early next week, that would be amazing. Obviously, there's a lot to do in terms of building this facility. I did promise Scott Roth that before he came back, we'd have an announcement made. I am a person that likes to stick to my word, and so with that in mind, I'm hoping that we announce this early next week.
How many players have sort of not wanted to come here because of the facilities? Is there any discussion on that so far? Or?
I don't think that's specific, but it's the sum of all its parts. And what we are competing against clubs that do have the high performance, state of the art facilities. So to have that, and then to say to the players that you can operate out of a shared facility at certain times of the day and the week is not really competitive with the landscape we're operating in. So I would be wrong to say we're losing players on facilities alone, but it all plays into the bigger picture.
How frustrating, Christine, the process has it been to try and get this off the ground?
Look, it has been frustrating, and I understand all the reasons around it, and we have been incredibly patient around this, but time has come for us to really bring this to a head, get an announcement from the government. They know my thoughts on this. I want to take this club and the facility to Kingston, and we've made that very clear that if they support this, we can get the build underway very quickly.
Just to launch off what Ren asked earlier, is there an ideal time frame you'd like the facility to be up and running by? Or?
Oh, look, the sooner the better. I don't know how long these infrastructure projects take. It's quite a reasonably small build in terms of high performance centres, so I presume it won't take too long. However, just to get it started, I guess will give everybody a great sense of confidence moving forward.
Can you tell us where these two sites are at the moment or not?
Oh, look, to be specific, I'm happy to share that post this. Yeah, absolutely.
Is there designs already ready to go, or does that have to be done?
The design was done for Wilkinson's Point. It was signed off some 12 months ago in terms of the location, in terms of the location of all the internal facilities within this. So it really is a matter of picking this project up and putting it down on a new site, and really that's the start and the end of it.
You mentioned the fact that the players are all used to Kingston, they live there, kids go to school. Did that play such a big factor in wanting to have it in Kingston?
There's no doubt that they've melded into the Kingston community very well. Some of them have even bought houses down that way, and they really love the lifestyle. A lot of our players have young families as well, and Kingston is obviously very conducive to young families. So I know a lot of them are very settled there. For us, it just made perfect sense.
Was there any need to have it at my state, or was this made sense because the stadium's there, like there wasn't actually a real need for it to be there?
I don't think so. I mean, I wasn't part of those very initial discussions as to how Wilkinson's Point came about. And obviously, having a training facility on the side of where you play can have its advantages. But day to day, I think we've now been here for a long time, and we've realised that we can operate in two different locations in that respect. I think there's a couple of things about this announcement and this facility that will really help the JackJumpers, is that we get all the administration and the high performance in one building, and that is really important for a club that really needs to work together. The front office and the back office must work seamlessly for clubs to be successful, and to put us in one location is going to be a big win for this club, and it's all designed for ongoing sustainability and success.
I don't know if we touched on it, I missed it, but the four courts at Wilkinson's Point.
Yeah, by no means do we want this to affect in any way the four courts that have been promised to Glenorchy, and I understand that that won't be the case. Those four courts are paramount to the growth of basketball. We understand that we've created some of this problem in terms of the need for more infrastructure, the amount of kids playing the game, so by no means is this discarding that at all. I'm very vocal about the fact those four courts need to go ahead. However, I do need to represent the interests of our own business and make sure that we get this facility up and running sooner rather than later.
You said it has to be recosted for such a long time. Do you have a rough idea how much it's going to
No, I don't, because the other site had different costs associated with earthworks and other things that this site won't have. So I imagine, and I'm no expert in this space, but I imagine it's going to be very similar to what's already been put on the table.